Hey guys, welcome to another episode. Today you're joining me at Rietvlei Dam, all the way in Pretoria, and I must say it's been an interesting session so far. I've got a beautiful carp waiting in the sling that I can't wait to show you guys. But besides that lovely catch, last night was quite eventful. I didn't expect to get as many runs as I did, but I will be sharing that with you a little later. For now, enjoy the intro.
We arrived at the venue late in the afternoon, and what an amazing view. The sun was setting quite quickly, so we decided to get our rods out, bait it up, and hopefully be in time to catch some of the stunning carp that is known to Rietvlei Dam.
So my first session at Rietvlei, to be honest, I didn't expect to catch anything on the first night. In fact, when we got here, the wind was quite heavy. There was no sign of fish showing whatsoever. The sun started going down just after 5. The water was absolutely calm, but not one sign of a fish. So I decided to fish out some spots that were quite gravelly. In fact, the spot where this little monster came out of felt like there was a bit of structure there. And it's so funny, I was on the line with my dad, and I was explaining to him that the water was absolutely calm and no fish showing. And while I was on the line with him, this rod went off, and I was able to get one of these little commons. Beautiful 20-pounder. My session's already made. Caught on a Twizzler Tiger, tipped with a yellow foam, and what a beautiful common. Let's get him back in, and hopefully there's more to show you guys. So this Rietvlei session is turning out to be a very intense one. I had a run on one of my rods that was just 10 wraps out, just probably around 3 kilos or so. Once I landed that, I let him go. Got the rod out back almost immediately, and it wasn't even 5 minutes and the rod was off again. This time we got a whoops. Okay, it's not very happy about it. A little bigger than the previous one, weighing in at 11 kilos on the dot. Okay, and this is another stunning common that Rietvlei has to offer. To be honest, I didn't expect to have so many runs in such a short space of time, but I'm not complaining. Let's get him back and let's see how many more we can get before the morning. What a session. I didn't expect it to go as good as it's going now. This is fish number 4 for me, weighing in at about 8 kilos. So most of these fish are caught just 10 wraps. I'm fishing really close, and it seems to be doing the business. It's quite late now, but you can actually hear the fish jumping and having a feast, as you can see. Let's get him back. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get much sleep tonight, but we'll see how it goes.
Just as expected, sleep was something we didn't get enough of. Just a few hours into the night, we were awakened by 2 more runs, which ended off the first night of our fishing.
So what an eventful night, guys. I'm so glad that I have another 2 to show you. I'm gonna start off with the biggest one for the session so far. What a fight. I can't explain to you how long it took for us to get this fish out. One of the biggest fish I've seen come out of Rietvlei. Come on, boy. Okay. Oh, what do you know? Monster carp. Now, on a serious note, this is one of the smaller ones that we caught. This was fish number 5, but I've got a very special one in the sling now. I can't wait to show you. Okay, now for the prize possession. Okay, boy, let's do this. Biggest one of the session so far. Absolutely stunning carp. We need to weigh him and see what it is, but I can tell you, I can feel this guy is much heavier than all the others we've caught. What a fight. Funny enough, this one was caught just on the margin, not even 2 meters in front of me. Look at the beauty. This one caught on a stout mulberry pop-up. Just a handful of boilies over the top. Like I say, in the margin, not even 2 meters in front. This is the result. Absolutely happy. Let's get him back and let's see what today produces.
Seeing that fish swim away just gave me motivation for the next day of fishing. It was a beautiful reminder of what stunning carp Rietvlei Dam had to offer. And knowing what an eventful night we had with all of those runs, it was time to get prepared both mentally and physically for the night ahead.
So bait wise, I'm just bombing out a particle mix that I had boiled between Thursday or most of Thursday. Not a hectic mix, quite a few ingredients in there. We've got some maize, tigers, hemp seed. I've added buckwheat as well as red sorghum. That's the particle mix that I've chosen to use. Added some rough salt to the mix. And yeah, that's the feed that I've been dishing out here. And like I say, it's worked successfully. The 14 kilo was caught, and I mean that's 2 rods that I fished comfortably or confidently rather on those 2 rods. And then I put out 1 rod with the crazy berry boilies, with the crazy berry hook bait, 16 mil pop up, and I mean, like I said, I caught the best fish of the session on that. So I was contemplating, do I need to change from the particle mix to boilie? And I decided not to do that because the particle mix has been successful. And I mean, if the fish were comfortable, you know, feeding in that area, why change? So I'm just going to keep it exactly what I had last night. Hopefully that's going to do the business. So one of the things that I didn't prepare for last night was obviously multiple runs, okay? And what I found myself running into trouble with was not expecting those runs. As soon as you get a bite, I mean, the first thing you want to do is get a rod back on the spot. And because of the hectic week I had, I obviously didn't have hook baits and stuff prepared, you know, ready on hand. So if I got a situation, which I did run into, where my hooks weren't sharp enough, by the time I had to tie a new rig, it was obviously going to take time, and it means that I was losing out on some dying seconds where the fish was feeding on the spot. You know, for the other rods that picked up, I was fortunate the hook was still super sharp. So once I had the fish in the sling, I just let him calm down a bit in the water. The first priority was get that rod back out on the spot. And I mean, it was proven. I had 2 runs within a space of, it was between 5 and 10 minutes. So that just proves how important it is. The minute you pick up a fish on a particular spot or in an area, get the fish out. I mean, you can't leave the fish hanging out there, but I mean, even if you just put him in a sling temporarily, let him float, you know, in the margin there, get your rod out. That's the most important thing. And it is guaranteed. If you speak to any angler, speak to anglers that believe in this method, and they will tell you they were able to pick up runs within a matter of minutes, just because they got the rod back out onto the spot, on the money. Because that's just the thing, you know, once your fish, once they're done, once they've literally wiped out that area, they're gonna move on. They're gonna look for other areas to feed on. So you want to maximize the opportunity. Have your baits on that spot at all times, and that will guarantee an increase in you getting some runs.
With our areas baited up and our rigs perfectly presented, it was time to sit back and see what the night had in store for us.
Hey, we're on. So, night 2, just as expected. I was getting a bit worried because I saw we're reaching 8 o'clock and there weren't any runs, but we managed to land this amazing fish. The comments in here are absolutely stunning. 12.5 kilos, pure, solid common carp here. It's funny, the road that I caught this on, I had a run, just stopped completely. I brought that line in, I thought maybe the hook was a hook pull or something like that. Hook was absolutely sharp. Decided to throw it back out again at 10 reps, guys. Threw it out, not even 2 minutes, and this is the reward. Let's get him back, and hopefully there's going to be a few more to end off the session.
Yet again, the bites just kept on coming. We didn't have as many runs as the previous night, but they were more than enough to close off the session. In fact, my brother-in-law got in on the action too. Catching 2 stunning specimen carp for the first time ever, he was overjoyed as he caught those carp within a matter of 5 minutes. This was definitely a power session at Rietvlei Dam. Fishing it for the first time and having such an amazing result just made my session, and I was more than happy to go home the next day. This venue definitely has some stunning carp, and I hope to be back soon. Now before we go, take a look at the gear that I've been using in the session. Until next time, take care.